Welcome to the web of fate. Okay. 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 So, reviews are in for Morbius. Not looking good. I kind of knew that it wasn't going to look good because um Sony isn't looking at Morbius as the starting point of a franchise. They're looking at the Spider-Man characters as dollar signs. How much money can we make? How much money can we generate off of the Spider-Man license while piggybacking off of the success of Marvel? They're not going to be successful. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that the way in which Sony is going about this entire thing is completely wrong. If they wanted to do a Sony Spider-Verse movie, I feel as though that they should have gotten in bed with Marvel more so that Marvel could incorporate not only their characters but also the Spider-Man characters that Marvel specifically owns. Wow, that's a lot of notifications. Into the Spider-Verse that they were attempting to do. If it was up to me, I would have come right out the gate and said, hey, this is going to be our Spider-Man, whether it's Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. This is going to be our Spider-Man going forward, and all the villains that you see, Venom, Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, they're going to be individuals that this Spider-Man has to contend with. That's how I would have went about it. That's not how they chose to do it. And the Morbius director talking about the Vulture's cameo in Morbius makes me know that Sony really doesn't understand what exactly it was that Marvel was doing in No Way Home, but they're trying to piggyback off of the fact that Spider-Man is one of the most popular characters that Marvel has been putting out since he essentially showed up in Civil War. So the article in question is this one. Now it has a little bit of spoilers in there for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm assuming if you follow my channel, you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home because I've done a ton of videos about it. But essentially, he's talking about the character of Adrian Toomes, who played the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming. So right here, at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage and Spider-Man No Way Home, in No Way Home itself, it is clearly established that it is possible for characters to transfer from one multiverse to another, said Espinosa. The events of No Way Home had the effect of transferring Venom and Vulture, and maybe others, back and forth between the MCU and the Venomverse. Right there, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Doctor Strange cast a spell. The spell didn't throw people who knew Spider-Man's identity into a universe where Spider-Man has yet to exist. It pulled people from across the universe into the MCU. So Adrian Toomes leaving our universe when he was one of the few people who knew who Peter Parker was and being thrown into the Venomverse, which they're now confirming that all of their character movies that happen going forward take place in the same universe as Venom. That makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense for Adrian to be in that universe. Now, if what they had wanted to do, the direction that, in my opinion, makes the most sense, they could have said something along the lines of, okay, this is Adrian Toomes, but he's not the same Adrian Toomes from Spider-Man Homecoming. This Adrian Toomes, instead of our Adrian, who made peace with the fact that, yeah, he was kind of a piece of shit and he was going to keep Peter Parker's identity secret, this Adrian Toomes absolutely hates Spider-Man. He despises him. He's the more comic book accurate version of the Vulture that absolutely despises Spider-Man in every way, shape, and form. That would have made more sense. This universe is Adrian Toomes. Deciding to basically make him the exact same Adrian Toomes as the one from Homecoming, lazy. This reason for him being a part of the Morbius Venom universe, lazy. There was no reason for it. There's none. Tom Holland Spider-Man is over here. He's in the MCU. He's doing his own thing. Like, he's allowed to be over there and do his own thing. you are allowed to create your own universe over here. Every once in a while, things will flip-flop. A character will go from here to over there, and a character from over there will come over here. That's fine. But if you're attempting to build a narrative around these villains, then you can't say that these villains are the exact same ones that are in the MCU, and the reason why they're suddenly in the Venomverse is because of the spell that Doctor Strange casts. That's not how the spell worked. The spell didn't expel anybody from our known universe into another universe. The only times characters were expelled was when the spell was complete and the ones who were pulled in were sent home. It makes no sense whatsoever that Adrian Toomes was one of the individuals that essentially got snatched up and sent to a universe where Spider-Man's existence hasn't even been confirmed yet, so no one knows that he exists. I absolutely hate this across the board. I fucking despise it with a passion. I don't see any of these movies doing good. The first Venom movie was okay. I liked the second Venom movie. It was fun, but narratively, it's absolutely fucking dog shit. The Morbius movie, from the early reviews that I'm seeing, it's also going to be somewhere between either okay-ish and dog shit, which means that it's probably going to be a movie that you watch one time and then you never watch it again, or it's a movie that you play in the background. But we'll see. I don't really have high hopes for what Sony's doing over here with the whole Spider-Verse thing. I feel as though they're making all of the wrong moves. Their initial move really should have been to introduce their Spider-Man. That should have been the very first thing. Introduce their Spider-Man and then build the roster of villains around that Spider-Man, where you can say that Tom Holland is the MCU version of Peter Parker, and then over here is the Sonyverse Spider-Man, who may be Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire or somebody completely new. I'm really hoping that it's somebody completely new that we've never seen before, because I don't want them to tarnish the legacy of either Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, but that's just me. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this. I'm not digging it at all. It just screams about the fact that the people who are in charge of the making decisions, they have no idea what it is that they're doing in any way, shape, or form, and it's basically just a cash grab. But that's just me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.